at the Windsor Park Stadium. So those of you who love Calypso, and everybody should, you want to be part of that. You'll get a little bit of booyah on there. From what I heard the president say, there's going to be a booyah artist on the stage as well. So mixing up the Calypso and the booyah is always a good thing, man, you know?
Definitely.
So, we ready to roll?
Well, yes, we're ready to roll. We're not on the live yet, are we? Let me see.
We're not on. Let me see. I don't think we are. Let me just make sure. I don't want to say the wrong thing. I think we might just be on now. Let's make sure. Let's see. Let's see.
On. I'm not seeing you on night though. So okay.
I don't think we are on the live yet. So whoever Power is in has fixed it.
The program is on the live, but in reference to the visual, you and I, you know, that's not on as yet. So I'm seeing the 40 flyer. So that's on.
Yes,
so
I'm seeing the 40
I'm working with the
well.
technician. He's working remotely, so I'm just ensuring that everything goes well. But Nigel, of course, we have to say congratulations to Dominica for winning the Miss OECS title. And Tanisha Balso really, you know, walked away with that crown in grand style. And congratulations to her. Congratulations to all the other contestants as well. They really put on a good performance last night at the Windsor Park Stadium.
Yes, they definitely did. It was a great show, you know. So congratulations to Dominica, Tanisha, and of course to Miss Antigua as well, Kia, I think, who came in first, and Miss Anguilla, who came in second. So congratulations to all of them there for putting on a magnificent show. Show went smoothly, flowed nicely. You know, some beautiful talents, and of course lovely ladies as well. So congratulations on your win, Miss Dominica.
Definitely.
You know, you're now Miss Dominica plus your Miss OECS. So congratulations on that. And I'm sure that all those in the background who helped and assisted you, they must be pretty happy this morning.
The committee
for you capturing that drum.
The Hyacinth and all the others, you know, who worked to ensure that the show was a success. Congratulations as well. Nigel, this afternoon, the Vibes is in St. Joseph, the St. Joseph Carnival. And later today, we go to the Windsor Park Stadium for the Calypso semi-finals. So it's a lot happening tomorrow. It's Princess Show. So, you know, it's that, Nigel. You can say from this weekend.
The thing start.
Yes, like every day, there's something.
Yes, the things start from now. You know, every day is something. Every
yes.
It's not an opening, it's a show. Day, yes. it's something in the village. So from now until February 5th, 16, 17, whatever it is, it's going to be non-stop activities. So, you know, I mean, that's the beautiful thing about us.
Yeah,
you know, 2 weeks, 3 weeks of just non-stop celebration, man.
Definitely, Nigel. All right. So, as we said, we are ready for the live is on, but we want you to witness everything as soon as we bring on our guests. So we don't want to miss any moment in terms of the visual aspect with our guests. So Dean is ensuring that this happens. A lot is happening behind the scenes, and I'm very happy that. But I'm seeing myself. But why I'm not seeing you, Nigel? I'm seeing myself. So let us make.
Well, I don't know. I guess let's see why you're not seeing me. Let me see. Okay, I think you can see me now.
There's no Jack without Jill, so it has to be Jack and Jill, eh? So
yes, and we're not going up no hill today.
Yes. All right.
Yes. You know, and
so
of course,
I wanted to have a little Dominica corner and all of that about TK, but Nigel, I think we'll have to go straight to them. You know,
yes. We just, you know, because, you know, we have a lot to uncover with them. I think we might be live on the YouTube.
Yes.
Let me see. I think we're live on YouTube.
We are live on channel 15.
So those of you on the YouTube channel, good morning to you. We appreciate you connecting.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if we're on the Facebook yet, though. We're definitely on the YouTube. So let's check the Facebook and see what's going on.
We are on the Facebook, yes. We are on the book. We are on the book, I think. Let me see if we're on the tube as well. You say when you're tube.
We're on the book. Okay.
We're on channel 50 Digicel. Okay, so we're ready to go, Nigel. Nigel Makaswe in the AC. I'm hot. I'm sweating bullets. It is not easy. It is not easy, Nigel. Why?
Well, I know it's not an easy. You know, our partners is not an easy road. You know,
it's not an easy road. Nigel, let me go straight to the Dominica corner quickly before we bring them on. It's about TK. So I hope you did your research, right? First question.
Let's see.
Okay. Name 5 songs of TK International. You can go far back. If you can go way back if you want.
I can go way back.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Easy peasy like that.
Yes.
And if I don't get it right, I know Benji and them will come for me.
Benji and them alone, what about the fans? Not even Benji and them. They live in that for the fans. 5 songs of TK International.
They have a new song this year. Caution, that's anybody. That's anybody song, by the way, or me that's saying my own thing.
And be cautious, say when you're saying. So yes, you can go ahead with caution. Take
Okay,
caution.
all right. You see, I like to start from the top.
Okay.
You know.
You have
all
four
right.
more.
That one DBS can never play again. You know.
Which one?
Yes.
Which one?
I'm not calling it name because
What?
they can't play.
But you can say the name. What song? I didn't know that.
So that is another one. You know. What's it? But I wonder what is the name of that song? Is it in your sus or down?
Well, we'll say we can play that. Well,
we'll
say we can play that. That wasn't banned. No man.
Oh, okay. So that's the name of the song, though. All right. Okay. So that's number 2. And then number 3, boy, TK saw a thing before combating up long ago. You know. I'm trying to remember the name of it now. Just give me 1 second, it will come. I used to like that song, man. That was in the earlier days, you know. But it's not coming now. It's not coming now.
But TK has songs,
but of course, they have Still Standing, one of my favorite songs. You know, made after Hurricane Maria, and continues to wave that flag and to let us know he's still standing regardless of anything. That's 5 already.
Yeah, 4, I think.
No?
4.
All right. TK, give me another one.
You put on your mic. Well, didn't checking them out there.
Okay,
Nigel, I can't believe you.
Okay, you give me one. Give me one.
What? But Nigel, the question is for you.
Oh,
Did somebody help you on the live? Anybody live? Anybody in the book helping you?
No, but that's the problem. I don't know. The book is not on.
The book is not on.
No, the book is not on. YouTube is on, though, but for some reason the book is not on.
All right.
Yeah, the book is not on, so I have no help from the book this morning.
But the book, I don't know why you're not getting. The book is on, Nigel. The book is booking. I don't know why.
So it's me that have a problem.
Yeah,
okay.
Something is wrong with you, Nigel. The book is on.
All right.
Yeah, man. All I see
on the book is Calypso Moments.
Okay, next question. Next question. Who is TK's road manager? TK's road manager. What is his name?
What is his name? You want to know what school he went to as well?
Well, yeah, you can do that.
Well, of course. Good morning to the DBS employee who went to the Dominica Grammar School.
Okay. And what's his name?
Oh, why she give me problems soon?
What's his name?
Mr. Rodney, good morning to you. James Rodney,
that is. Okay.
Yes,
true or false?
Rodney,
Last question.
You.
True or false? Mr. Benji, and who is from Dubla. True or false?
Hey, Benji had a GoPro thing he do. You saw that? Benji had a thing about, a GoPro series there. I see him on a GoPro series. I wonder if the girl was from Dubla. But no, Benji's not from Dubla. Benji's from not from Dubla. I'm not going to say where he'll tell us, but he's not from Dubla.
Okay. Which Triple K band member thrills fans with his signature good morning call? There's a good morning.
Good morning call.
Yeah, who does that?
Good morning. You want to know which of them says that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. We have to find out from him too, which area he's from. I know he likes to big up that area as well. But good morning.
Have a way of trying to get the answer. You keep talking. So that's what they're saying. I said, let's bring them on time. You know who, right?
Oh, yeah, of course I know who.
Of course, the man you must. Everybody know that.
Yes. We're waiting to give him some questions. Why is it? Okay, let me turn off my phone and see if it's me that have the problem, because I cannot see us on the book.
Nigel, we're on the book. Of course, you're on the book.
So it's me that have the problem?
Yes, you don't have the problem.
Mr. Mark Zuckerberg, what you doing me this morning there? What you trying to me?
Anyway,
I'm going to do that.
We're going to bring them on.
Press that. And if it don't come on, it cannot be me.
Okay.
Yeah, I still don't have it, so it's okay.
It's okay?
Yes, it's all right. But those of you on the book, good morning. For some reason, I can't find you this morning. It's all good. I don't know what Mark Zuckerberg did to me, but good morning to you on the Facebook page. We appreciate you for connecting. The YouTube, of course, which I have, good morning to you as well. Thanks for connecting. We appreciate you. Let me see what's happening up there on the book. Nothing on the book, but on the YouTube. Special good morning to you, Ivona Lawrence. Appreciate you as well for joining us and for connecting, and everybody else for the connection. All right. You ready to roll it, TK?
Yes, let's bring them on. Nigel. Let's bring on the guys. Good morning.
Good morning.
What? You see, Nigel? Well, you hear that good morning, like all of them have it. We say good morning differently from all of us.
So I have no reason to say who the person is.
Boy, I tell you. Good morning. It's really a pleasure. Happy New Year. Happy Carnival. Everything.
Thanks, Ivona, and same to you.
All right. Thank you so much. Who did you bring with you?
Well, we have James on my left, and we have the maestro himself, the chef, Sir Killer, Mr. Kendall Laura on my right.
Laura. Yes. It's a pleasure to have you on, right, Nigel?
It is a pleasure as always, man. It's a pleasure to have you. Good morning to you, Benji. What's up? How are we doing?
I'm good, thanks, man, Nigel. And how are you doing?
I'm good. A little on the chilly side, you know, it is up that way. But
Yeah,
all is well.
I know the vibe.
Warmth will be coming soon.
I hope to see you for Carnival, man. I normally see you
Yes,
around
definitely, man. And TK,
by Jackson.
can you send some warmth for me as well? Up here?
We'll do that. We'll put that in a suitcase and send up for you, man.
All right. I'll take it. But all is well, man. All is well. Yes, Carnival, of course, you know, always part of love being there. And when that big truck start to come around, and then you see what happens on the bayfront, and you know, TK taking around the corner and everything else, so we'll be part of that activity. So it's nice.
Yes, it definitely is nice. Okay, let's just remind
Mr. Kendall Laura, good morning to you, sir. How you doing?
Good morning. I'm good, man. I'm blessed.
You're blessed.
Yeah,
all right. Nothing on the keys this morning, right? You're not doing anything on the keyboard this morning. Today you're just waiting for the later on.
At 11 o'clock today.
At 11 o'clock. What special is going on at 11?
Song check.
Oh.
So, okay, all right. Cool.
Song check can take a long time. It's a long process for the song check?
It depends. If the system is ready to go and there's not much, how I can call it, tweaking and stuff to do, then song check can be a breeze. Song check can be 15 minutes, it can be 20 minutes, it can be 5 hours, it can be 2 hours. It all depends on.
What are you song checking for at 11 this morning? What's happening?
For St. Joseph, we're using another truck than we are accustomed of using, because our truck we are currently using is too big. It's too big for St. Joseph. We can't take the corners, so we have to get a smaller truck for that.
All right.
Yeah. But everything is good.
Okay, so let's begin the discussion. James Rodney, song check for you as well. In your role, you do everything.
Yeah, Jack
Chief cook and bottle washer.
Yeah, song check as well. You know, just to ensure that everything is well connected before we make the move to St. Joe for one of the bigger openings you will see in Dominica. And we just basically cool and calm, getting ready to put on what we usually do in St. Joe. St. Joe is our home. We made St. Joe, if I dare say that, you know.
What?
So when you hear St. Joe, it's TK.
Okay.
TK, St. Joe. And it's just that connection, that synergy that is just unmatched.
All right. Nice, Nigel. So where do we begin? Let's go to the very beginning. And let's also remind people of Fort Young Hotel, Nigel, what they're offering.
Oh yes, Fort Young Hotel, definitely, if you want to make sure, especially those of you in the diaspora, Fort Young has a special that they're offering right now where you can log on to fortyounghotel.com/winyourway and you will find yourself being able to enter into a sweepstake, which allows you to get about, $1,200 towards your ticket, free accommodation. Apart from that, they offer 45% discount for breakfast and everything else at Fort Young for the carnival season. So you want to make sure you're there. They're going to be having their usual brunch that's going on a Sunday, discounted as well. And then, of course, the night before, the Monday morning, they have the Swinging Stars dance is going to be there. And then there's a special there from the here on. So Fort Young Hotel, we appreciate you. If you want to stay, the best place to stay is at Fort Young Hotel.
Yeah. Right. And I think there's a Valentine special. We'll talk about that later. But let us begin the discussion, Nigel. Because in the early years, Triple K was known for a repertoire which was primarily influenced by our Calypso music, and even I think Zouk and Compa as well. But Triple K, what they have done is they have moved effortlessly into a beat that's so pulsating, so rhythmic that it just sends, fans in a frenzy. So we want to hear from you. How did you make that transition? Whereas, as I said, you started with a beat that was heavily influenced by the Calypso music. Tell us about that transition as we get to where you are now.
Yeah, well, I think I'll take that one first because I am the one that was there from inception of TK. So TK, I'm the only K now.
Yeah, the only K.
Well, anyway, we primarily started with Zouk and Compa and Kadas music because I think for one of the reasons, the radio stations that we were getting when we were high up in Loda, we used to get the French stations very well from Matt Nick. So we were influenced heavily by that. And the persons in Loda really like Kadas and Zouk music. Mm-hmm. So that was our thing. We had just loved that. Not like I don't love it anymore, but that was our space. We capitalized on that. Then we started going around the country playing that kind of music, but we didn't have much original songs of our own in terms of that. When we started recording songs, I would say in the 2000s, 2000, when we started recording professionally, we started doing our own music. But back then we were very young. That was 26 years ago. We were very young. We were still going to school and all of that. Other things like studies for other members came into play. So whilst we were playing this, the one guy that could sing Zouk, which is Lennon Tiki Matthew, he was the Zouk singer. He was the man behind that Zouk. And he had to leave to go to travel. But at the same time, we were playing around the country, and Benji was a musician. Well, he'll give that side, but he used to follow the band when the band used to play. He wasn't part of Triple K. And every time we played, we could be playing Soufriere, we seen Benji there. We play in the north, Benji's there. But every time we knew him as a singer, so he always come and touch the mic, sing a little WCK song, because we don't have original up tempo. He sing a little WCK song, sing a little this, sing a little that. And when we were doing an album, we invited him to do his first Booyah song with the band. And when we started performing, still performing a lot of our Zouk and Compa and Kadas, Lennon had to leave. I can't remember the exact year. Lennon had to leave to go and study. And it's when Lennon left to go and study, that's when we took the decision to just go into the Booyah. But even before that, we realized that marketing for us at the time would have been better doing the Booyah than the Zouk, because we were always seeing it as, I could be wrong, but we were always seeing it like we were playing them people thing. It was never, we want something of our own to do, Mm-hmm. So that's part of the decision. Maybe when we go later down into the conversation, then more information will come.
Because we want the conversation. I mean, of course, a lot of times we hear the music, but we want to sit with you and just find out about the genesis of how did it begin. So, Benji, you were always there. You wanted to sing or what? You were always there whenever they were practicing or whenever they were performing?
Yeah, what happened was I had a little band in Fonkole, and a friend of mine at the time.
The name of that band in Fonkole?
Ruthless was in it.
Okay.
Ruthless.
I'm taking notes here. So.
All right. And what happened was my friend who actually played in that band with me happened to then play with Triple K at that very moment. So his name is Gav Gemot. And I think within that space too, I was also working on the ship, Carnival Cruise Lines, and doing music as well. And at one point I returned home on vacation, and he was telling me about Boy Triple K and so on by New Kendall from Goodwill School Band before. And so that happened. Like Kendall said, I usually follow the band around. They playing Hershey's in Squatshead, in the north, at Cosport on the Bayfront when Cosport used to do their vibes, that's Customs, and so on. And eventually I just touched the mic for a little bit, sing a few songs of WCK, and until Kendall and Tiki's brother Philipson invited me,
at the time.
Invited me to do my first song with the band, and that was Log On, recorded that by Cornell, I think. That was Log On. And then I left to go back on the ship to work, came back again, and then we did See What If You Want, and from there it was
pandemonium.
From there it was evident. I went back on the ship for maybe about a month, and then I told Deros, because Deros was the band leader on the ship. I said, Deros boy, I think I finished that. Yeah. Back to Dominica, and from then, since 2003 or 4, I believe.
Since
Then, part and parcel of Triple K.
You ever thought, you and Kendall, ever thought that when you started that you'd have made such a huge impact? When you look at what you're doing now, it ever dawned on you that you would just propel Dominica's music forward in such a massive way as you have done?
Well, for me, no. Well, like most musicians, when we start, well, I can say for back then, I don't know the mindset of musicians and artists now. But when we start, the thing for us is just love. We just love music. We just love what we're doing. We're not thinking of it going and reach there and touch that person and all of that. We're just thinking of, I just love what I'm doing. It's just a general love for it. I can remember like maybe 5 years into like calling ourselves a band, the manager asked me, what do I want for what do I see? Like one of the things I would like to see. And my answer was, I would love that when we get a call to perform somewhere, I can answer the person, we are booked already. Oh, yeah. And I was like, that happening like every day now, but back then for me, like that was a big thing. Somebody coming to play this Saturday and I can say, I'm booked already. Yeah. So it's different dynamics, different time. So it I guess the perspective and the vision, I think, grew to a different expectation whilst you get older and whilst you're in it, the longer you're in it.
James, where are you?
What about Triple K in terms of the name of the band itself? How did that come about?
Okay, the name of the band. Well, like I was saying earlier, and the name of the band came about the three guys who started the band, which is Kendall, myself, Keenan, and Kurt. All of us names obviously started with K, and persons from Loda start calling us Triple K. So we just went along with it. At the time, we were very young, so we didn't know the full meaning of what K meant,
Right.
Okay,
and
yes,
we know what that is now,
So the community gave you that name.
The community gave us the name Triple K because Kendall, Keenan, and Kurt, three of us. And I can remember our first event we did wasn't playing on instruments. We was, if you guys should say that, no, Flo can't come behind me again. Well, Cable and Wireless at the time.
Yeah.
Okay, this Cable and Wireless used to have these big boxes in communities. I don't know what that's in them. I think it's wires and all them kind of things. They see connections.
Yeah.
In each community, you have a big box, and it have a certain song to it. Like when you hit it, you can hear a noise. A Sunday afternoon was when all of the people from Luda would come to the square and sell cakes, because after church and everything, so people sell cakes, sell ice cream, spots going on, but it's in the middle of a road. It's like a freeway road, and people would just gather there. And we sat down by that box and we started hitting on that box. I remember I had a little knife in my hand, small knife. I don't remember where I got that knife because I wasn't working with knife. And we started ponging on that Cable and Wireless box. But the song was resonating so much, it was sung like a drum set. And we started hitting on that box and just singing all the popular songs that we know. And big crowd in the square of the community, these three young guys just doing that. And then we decided a guy in the village had a drum set that he made out of a bed frame, and we went there and I checked in his drummer and to drum, because I had no hopes and no aspirations of being a keyboardist. I want to drum, and when we went there, the man checking, well, is he that make his drum? He's the drummer. So I checked, okay, use the drummer. Then my cousins and them had a little keyboard, Casio keyboard, and I start playing Mary Had a Little Lamb, and Mary Had a Little Lamb went to I saw David playing ding 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 ding. Okay, free chords. Okay, I can do that. Then Silent Night. I remember clearly that this was the order of how I learned to play music.
Silent Night, Holy Night.
Silent Night, Holy Night, because it's very easy. And Joy to the Will. Just down the keys. Ding 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 ding. All the way down. That's the simplest thing to play. And from there, I just started listening to songs and just trying to play it, and that was it. And today, boom, here I am.
Wow. I want to go to James though. Mm-hmm. So whilst all that was happening, of course, you were not with the band as yet. What was happening with James? Were you like in Triple K? Or were you just interested in the music that was coming from Dominica at that time?
Yeah, well, I was always into bouyon music. WCK was the band that I was I was really into and following at the time. Even the guys can tell you in the WCK days, my favorite musician was Cornell. I literally used to go to the events, especially when they had the Dust Jam in People's Park, and literally just stand up by Cornell, and watch Cornell with free keyboard playing Booyo and thing and spin so and spin so, spin mic. I check it, boy, that is vibes, that is vibesy, boy. And I was always into the Booyo thing, but I was young, so a lot of the WCK gigs I wasn't able to go because not my mother that was sending me to those things. But as I got older, Triple K was coming on the scene. I remember them being at Cost Spot back in the days when it had Red Square and when Spoon of Ice had just come out. Those two brands, the Triple K was really picking up, and they were getting the gigs at the Garraway Hotel and Fort Young Hotel at the time on the waterfront. And I just get a liking for the band because they used to play the WCK. And them fellas was playing WCK like WCK.
So you check with WCK in.
Yeah, so them man vibes in, man. And then they had couple rhythm, the same logo, and it had a tung 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 tung, and that was the rhythm that really hooked me.
No pun
That
intended.
rhythm, you check, that really hooked me with Triple K, and I became a fan. And it didn't have not one Garraway that they would play that I wasn't there. I literally used to come from work in my tie and I had Garraway because Triple K is there. And I made friends with some of the band members, Benji, and at the time Gav Jemot, and just over time, just always being there. I was like that super fan, so to speak. They would go out of town and I finding my way on their bus and I go into the events with them, and it just became that kind of a camaraderie at first. And then Lepto, as he's known, but Albert Noel, who was the road manager then, he decided that he wanted to move on to do other things with his life, and there was the opening, and I believe it was Benji himself that they had a meeting. I think they had a meeting in trying to figure out, but who can they get to fill in that role? And at the time, it was just simple, ensuring that they had water on stage or ensuring that the stage had all the setup that they would require before they perform. And when they approached me, I didn't even think twice. I checked in, I in that. And I figured to myself, I'm going to be the best water boy ever. And that is how it started. And 18 years later, here I am. Wow. Not just as road manager, but being part and parcel of the management team and also the event coordinator for one of the bigger events that you will see for Carnival in Dominica, in the region and in the world. That is TK Mega Monday. And it has been a wonderful experience, highs and lows, as if everything, but I wouldn't trade it for the world. And I'm very happy that I am part of this group, and even bigger things to come still, And we're just looking forward to what the rest of the season has to offer for us.
Nigel, I'm so happy that I brought them on because, as we always say, it's one thing to see people's glory, and they're on a high note, but you have to know the story. You have to know the unity, the foundation, where they started. And I'm so impressed with the young men. I mean, I've heard their stories, in the past, but to have a conversation with them, especially at a time when they are really on a high, they can take you back to how it all started. Whenever
but
I
do you remember?
Go ahead.
I mean, do either Benji or Ken, do you guys ever remember, like, when at some point, when in the earlier years when you were playing, you probably had to do some jams you probably didn't really want to do because there were not many people there. Maybe it's a little school jam thing, maybe something on the road, some little village, and you're like, man, what we doing there now?
For Kendall, I'm not sure, but for me, I never got that feeling. For me, it was always, I eager to play. It doesn't matter if it's two or one person, just eager to play and to basically promote the band, because at that time, WCK Serenade were the dominant bands on island where Booyah music is concerned, and to get a space to promote yourself, doesn't matter where it is. For me, it was just pure eager movement to just be on stage and promote myself, promote the band. Yeah.
For me, I don't even want to say personally because it's a view of the entire band. We realize that our performance is your and Marshall said it best in a song, you're only as good as your last performance. All right? And it was very early on in 2000 and... When was our first London gig? That's when you had to run up from 2007. Okay, so 2007,
no, sorry, 2004.
Okay, yeah. So the year before that, 2003, we were performing at Garway Hotel, and we usually perform at Garway Hotel on a Saturday afternoon, evening time, but that particular event, was a Saturday night, I think, and not much people came to that event. And we still played our guts off. Even before we played, we were speaking to the management and saying, yo, you still want that event to happen. Mind you, at that time, Triple K only getting paid, I can say it, $800 to perform. Out of the $800 to perform, we have to pay the truck $150 to $200 to carry the equipment that we are renting from Serenade. The system cost $1,200 or $1,500. Okay, so in Red already, we're getting paid $800 to play, and we have to pay a truck $200 and a sound system of $12 to $1,500. So you know already where we're going in that. So what I'm trying to tell you is we're just doing this just to get our name out there. Mind you, the musicians that are playing are the ones setting up the equipment too. All right, so we set up our own equipment and all of that. But the point I'm trying to bring across is when we were doing that event, we asked before we do it and we decide, okay, we're going to do it. There's maybe about 20 people in front of us, if many. And we performed our guts off. We performed maybe, that night we played maybe about 30 or 40 Zouk and Compa songs. After we performed these songs, I was like, yeah, that jam was boring. That wasn't good. People wasn't there. We tried our thing, but that jam wasn't good. A guy approached us outside the event and saying, hey, my name is Ray Charles. First of all, we started laughing because Ray Charles is a blind, but his name was actually Ray Charles. Originally from Point Michel, but he lives in London. And he said he was extremely impressed with the way we perform. And we're like, what? But they didn't have people. But he wasn't checking the people. He was checking how the band performed. And he said, I'm going to bring you guys to London to perform because of that performance. And we're like, whatever. The year after that, August, we got called. 12 band members are going to London to perform.
Wow. And that is just telling me that you must always put on your A game.
Always put on your A game. That's why I quoted Marshall Montano first. You're only as good as your last performance. I remember we did, when we used to have Curl in the North, Curl in the East. Remember when we used to have that? We went to play Curl in the North, right? And we went there and we seen Swinging Stars playing, Swinging Stars jamming. That time our drummer, which is Froggy, he was still playing with Swinging Stars. And Swinging Stars playing and they playing, and then we on next. And I cannot remember who was our engineer at the time, but I told the engineer, like we have a thing we just do, like we're not song checking, but we're running our rhythm first. And after people hear the band coming, and this is a song check, and then they introduce the band. We decided that when we go up there, we're not going to do that. We didn't song check, We're not going to do that. We say we're going to do a little check on the stage whilst the DJ is playing. And once we are good on the stage, we're just going to put out the system and we're just going to start playing. And exactly what I said, that is what we did. We did our check and said everybody was okay. We gave the thumbs up. As the DJ stopped, we just went 1, 2, 3, 4. So come me, baby. And we started to play our song. And a white man came on the side of the stage and was like, who are these guys? And he came to talk to Emil at the time, who was our manager. And from that performance, next year we're in Holland, Belgium, just from that performance. So it is, right now, it is like a mantra for us. Even though there's one person there, as long as the promoter says play, we're doing it. Once the promoter says play, we're doing it, because we never know who's there watching us at the time. It's a bit trickier now with social media. Because if you're doing a jam now and no one is there, social media picks that up. They can strangle you. That's the only bad thing. But back then, we playing, persons didn't come to the jam. There's many reasons why people can't come to an event. It's not that people don't want to see you. It's a bad timing of the month. It's raining. Sometimes where we go, where the person want to do the event, people don't like that area. So plenty different reasons why people won't come to an event, But for us, Not saying that we check it, boy, why are we doing that gig because no one's there? That has never been our vibe. Yeah.
Do you feel that Triple K is at the point where, and that might just be a general question, some people probably have that opinion. Do you feel that Triple K is at the point where you might turn down a jam because it's too small for Triple K?
Well, we have done that. Okay, I'm gonna give you an example. For example, in Guadeloupe, there are areas in Guadeloupe that the promoters in Guadeloupe are not allowed to bring Triple K because of the numbers that we attract.
Say it again.
Promoters in Guadeloupe are not allowed to bring Triple K in certain venues in Guadeloupe because of the numbers we attract. So that is one. Before we take we play on any gig, the management team has to decide if it's a gig worth doing, because sometimes, all right, let's say for example, Carnival in St. Martin is coming up. Let's say Carnival in St. Martin is next month, and a promoter is calling you today for a gig next week, but you have big shows in St. Martin next month. It doesn't make sense to go St. Martin right now. You're going to water down your product. All right, so it's strategy. You have to pick and choose some of your events. It's not just taking all the jams. The little ones you take before the big one might just make the big one be less of a big one. I don't know if you understand how that is. So it's not a matter of taking all the jobs. Is you have to basically pick the right ones for you at the time. I mean, when you're smaller, you want to get your name out there, so you take everything. But when you're at a certain level, you have to, strategy comes into play. That's why management is very important. Management watches the market and all of that. Left to us, the musicians, we'll take everything that goes. We'll take everything. James will be like, but fellas, we can do that. You can do that, but I check in. If we do that, but next month not going to be as big. You check because we buy the clothes already for that, and so, sometimes you have to check, all right, fine, we won't do it. But that's the whole idea behind it.
Nigel, what is the book saying?
Well, the book has been very, very busy. I can tell you that much, yeah? Let's see. Hey, Trendsetter, good morning to you. Trendsetter says, a band that has stood the test of time, remaining relevant after 25 years is not an easy thing. So congratulations to you guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, man.
Neil Coffey says, good morning, Uncle Benji. Congratulations. Ivona Lawrence, of course. I know
always there.
Freezing, she's going to be missing her semi-finals, and Triple K is a band too. David Hector, good morning to you. Listening to you. All my people from Soufriere, of course, listening from New Jersey. Albino, as always there. Yes, I didn't pay my Facebook page, but he put me back on. I made a call to Zuckerberg and he was like, I forget it, so he put me on. Sandra Norris, good morning to you, of course, from New York. Let's see. This person's from Switzerland. But there are Dominicans everywhere. Well, I'm not sure if it's a Dominican, but the person is from Switzerland.
Yeah.
Who wants to say, what's this? I'm trying to read it properly. Triple K, were you ever in... Have you guys ever been to Switzerland?
To where?
Switzerland?
No.
Okay.
No.
No.
We've been
so
to...
it wasn't that.
On that side, we've been to...
I think they went to Holland, right?
Holland, Belgium, and...
France.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, and then this person says, Bobby Thomas, TK is from Loda, right?
Yes, originally.
I'm going to say.
Originally.
But, right now, the band members are all over, right?
Yeah.
You have people from...
Well, for us, the most...
From Tarish, from Fokole, from...
We can say...
What's the makeup of the band like?
Loda, Fokole, and really Baffy State. Okay. Is what I mean. Right now, we have a man from Petit Savan, Kamaje Banan. The best guitarist on island, hands down. Best compa guitarist on island. Odell Hamilton, he plays for Ecstasy. Mm-hmm. He's also our rhythm guitarist.
Right. Let me also find out though, and let me just go back quickly. Your parents ever told you all that was like, were they supporting it from the get-go? That move.
I talking plenty, so I can let them fellas answer first, and I'll I talking plenty.
I want to get a sense in reference to the question I will ask after.
Yeah.
Well, for me, no, because I was raising my mom and my grandmother, and my mother was, well, he's a Christian lady, deep believer in her faith and so on. And I was brought up in the church. And at the time, forming my band in Funkole because of Workers, heavily influenced Workers, is my neighbor, original W for WCK. I decided, boy, I want to be like Workers and them. I like Ra. And growing up, I want to play like CK. And we form a little band. And normally on a Sunday afternoon, would play by the bay. So Walt Strocking always to set up his song system. And you'd give us the opportunity to perform by the bay. And one time I was by the bay jamming, I started off playing keyboard and singing. And we by the bay jamming and my mother just come here. And she didn't say anything, she just stand up on top of the road, watch me, point her finger, and I had to leave. Yeah. I get a whole day for that, but you went back that was that. But then times change, and now my mother is ever so proud of me because of that decision I took in my life, because I could have been elsewhere, you know what I mean? And that decision, which is music and being part of a band that is so popular, I have to say, she's definitely proud.
Wow. Yeah. Okay, then I want to hear your story too, but I also want to hear from James.
Yes.
I know it's a sad moment for James as well. Talking about mother's involvement and all of that. But James, I guess you can go there as well.
Yes, my mother was supportive in everything that I did. And when I got introduced to Triple K, I was also involved in quite a few other things. More so being that involved in church. I was in the choir. I was youth coordinator. I sat on the youth committee. I used to read in church, commentate in church, and I was all.
You were never an acolyte, James?
No, I wasn't an acolyte. I was a catechist.
You're also boy. Okay, James.
I was a catechist, and so Triple K at the time was the extreme of that, but my mother always used to tell me, just do the best at what you are involved in. And I always tried to give everything that I had equal time to ensure that I did what I had to do. And even when things got better in terms of the band's progress and its rise within the Bouillon scene and so, and then I remember the first time I told her, Mommy, I go into travel with Triple K, She watched me, she checking you serious. I checking, they give me the opportunity to travel with them as their road manager. And I remember she gave me a hug that at that moment and tell me, well, congratulations and do your best and keep it up and so. And that has been my motivation to always continue to put my best foot forward as it relates to Triple K. They can tell you I just make noise with them a lot of times when you say it comes to certain things and tell, hey fellas, let's get that done, let's do this, and so seriously, and so for us to be able to execute and be what I know we can be. And it has just been that for me, and every day since that, my mother is with me every day, when I do what I do, and it has just been a blessing, honestly.
You almost got a volley kennel?
So what you can?
You almost got a volley?
No, actually, I was maybe my parents were parents of very few words, so I didn't get the just go and do what you want to do and be good. I didn't get that. What I had was I had the direct action. My mother realized that I was turning her ironing board upside down too much and putting my friend's keyboard on it and making noise at home. I didn't know she was coming home, so every time she come home, she would see us making noise. Making noise meaning like thinking we can play music, but what she's seeing is that we're trying to do. So her action was, there was a day a guy told me from Trafalgar, there's a guy down there, his name is he's oh my god, I can't remember his name. No, it's not Hezron plays with Lucas. Yeah. But another guy, his name still starts with H. He's selling a keyboard, you need to try to get it. And I find out selling the keyboard for $700, keyboard with speaker and thing. That time $700 song like $7,000. I told my mother that, my mother checking, if you want you can get it. She gave me $700. I walked from Loda to Trafalgar, bought my keyboard and put my keyboard in a plastic case and walked back up Loda. The excitement in me, I couldn't stand up by the bus stop, whatever it was, to wait for transfer to go. Walk up Loda. And for years I traveled with that keyboard in a plastic, because I remember Good Old School Band had a band, and the keyboard in a plastic. And when I stand up by the bus stop to go, the bus driver taking, well, your keyboard going and take too much space here. You have to wait for the next bus. So I had to watch the bus go with all the people, and I have to stand up there and wait until the next bus come, because I have to run down to go to go to school band practice, and I have to come back in time now to do Triple K practice. So it was a bit of a stress. And after my mother bought that keyboard, she realized that he maybe really likes it, So I decided to look around and try to get more professional. But all that time, remember, we don't have much time, so I have to try to compile a lot of this story. Like James used to say, he used to go and watch Cornell and thing. I was literally sitting on the Cornell's keyboard stand, watching him like that for the entire show, for the entire event. Every time I tell him that, he does just go quiet. Yeah, literally. So like he was I used to see WCK like superheroes, like there's a Batman and there's a Superman. That's how I used to see WCK. I used to put dominoes, the dominoes have the little holes in it, and this would be my speakers. Put them on top of a truck, on a plate truck, and pull that, and I hit in the table, and I watching it from an angle, and I can check it like WCK that there, and I check it, boy, you mad. So then someone told me Cornell selling a keyboard at the time, $3,000, and my mom again bought that keyboard for me. But that time I couldn't carry it was too heavy. So I was seeing her influence in me to just push further and do that. And fast forward till now, carnival time, when carnival comes around, and I seen my mom still on the side of the...
Wow. Yeah, that's it. I tell you, the stories, that's what we want. We want the stories. And when you understand a mother's involvement, a mother's willingness to stick there for a child, and when the child can reflect back on how his or her mother helped. I mean, James lost his mother.
Yeah, then that was I remember.
James, I can remember.
I remember when that happened. I remember when that happened to James, and that took all of us. Like the whole band was like that, just broke us, And to see like my mother can still put on her TK shirt and in a band, and that's like the biggest thing, So it's like. She was never the one at the time to really say, yeah, go and do your best and thing, but she showed it. And like even today, because my mom and my dad is still alive, and I seen the support. So it's like, not my parents right today has never been disappointed in any of her children, because we can see that all of us did well. We're not millionaires, but we never embarrassed them in terms of, we never went the wrong way. I don't want to call out the bad things, but we never went the wrong way, So seeing the look on your parents' face, it was, oh my God, it's something you can't really explain. But I guess you just saw. Wow. I remember two carnivals back when the band entered Roseau. We reached by Piper's Step, and we were performing, and the bass, we just heard the bass guitar stop, and we're like, what happened? And we're watching him, and he's on his knees down on the truck with the bass guitar, and he's like this.
Wow.
And he was having a small breakdown, and we came and the music stopped, but the guys Benjamin upstairs, they don't know what happened yet. So we came around him and we was asking him like, what happened to you? And tears is coming out in his eye, and he's like, look at that, look at all around us, like for all the noise people making it fuss, and only not this and only not that, and he watching around and checking like,
it hit
that
him at that moment.
That feeling, that making him feel like thing, and the whole band just broke down on the road, and I called Benjamin up, but every single member on the truck in tears. Literally in tears. The band stopped for a few minutes, James, was it?
Yeah.
A few minutes, and everybody's in tears, and we're like, after all these years, we still have that influence, and we get the fight down, but like the fight down is a motivation, because if everybody just tell you they like you and you're good, you'll just do what you want when you want. You get complacent. But if it's like sometimes the negative, you have to turn around the negative. You can't just take everything somebody tell you bad and just, I don't like Mr. because he don't like me. I can make you like me, or I can make you like something I do. Okay, I don't like how they play in Grand Bay. Well, I'll find out why you don't like how I play Grand Bay. Next time I come Grand Bay, I'll make you like me. So it's the little things that just,
I love this. I love this. I just like this program, Nigel, especially this part. And what he just said, it's so touching, Nigel. I just have to fight back the tears. Because just imagine you're a successful young man, you're on the streets on a big truck, and you can look down at the people, surrounding you and just...
And see their faces,
And at that very moment, you just go...
You cannot put that into words. You literally... Benji cries every year while he's playing Still Standing.
In fact, I wanted to come with that song. That song, Still Standing, following the devastation of Hurricane Maria. It became a national anthem.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
It did. Mm-hmm.
How quickly did you write that song? Did you lose instruments?
I gotta tell you what happened. What happened is after Maria, I was working with Red Cross. I worked with Red Cross for about 10 years, and I did that because it was the most flexible job for me. Because Red Cross didn't need me there every day on that time, and it was a flexible job. So, so I can once I bring in. Once I do what I'm supposed to do, they don't care if I was there 2 days or next day. So I was flexible. So when we were doing that, when Maria hit, we went to. I was the I deal with water, so I was purifying water. James was working with me at a point. Yeah. We went to communities, so the dirty brown river water. At the time, we were purifying the water. We were cleaning it and make it good enough for people to drink. That's the story. What we were doing after Maria, because no music not playing, so that is our job at the time. So we go into communities. But that time I have my little laptop, and whilst we're there waiting for the machine to do thing, I sat down in the vehicle and I just making something on my computer and I checking that song and I said so, and that became, and after we traveled to St. Thomas for a because this year is the only year that we haven't done it in all these years, carnival warm-up we call it. There's a promoter in St. Thomas, Anush, and she does a carnival warm-up every year. So she'll take Dominican bands to go to St. Thomas to promote her carnival band and our carnival. And so when we went up there in our hotel room, myself, Joffrey, Benji, who again? I think a few of the other band members was there, and we decided that we're going to make that song whilst we were outside of Dominica, because Dominica wasn't back on it feet yet, but we seen things, and it touched us in such a way, and we're checking, okay, we're gonna use that rhythm you do there, and we're gonna make that song, and our emotion was just into it, and since that day, every time that song plays, it comes from an emotional place. So it's not just a song that was made for Dominica, but is a song for us as well, saying that we're still standing, and every year we have to put it back to say that we're still standing, because we didn't come in that music thing to be judged or to be role models. At some point in our life, when we do good things, so people see us as role models, and we do our duty to do it. But our main thing at the time wasn't to be role models, and for people to see us as role models and to see us as these things. How do they say, take it as a grain of salt? Yeah. So we take them little things there, and it propels us, because, I always say I love back then when someone could not like me, but I wouldn't know, so I don't care. But if someone don't like, they can just put it on Facebook and it can hurt your feelings, and people don't realize, people have feelings too. But what I'm trying to get is at the song itself, it was speaking to us, and it's our voice that just been heard. But we just wanted to make it in a way that it incorporated Dominica as well. So it just holistically, just everybody and everything can just relate to it. So that was, I guess, the more you pour into your production, people will receive it better. Resilience.
Wow. And Dominica needed a song like
that. Oh yes, we needed that. And no lie, every year Carnival we played that song. We played that song. Benji shedding tears every year. If you think I'm lying, Juve morning, come and watch us on the truck and I'll watch him.
Because Benji, this song speaks to you, right? It brings back a lot of memories.
It's deep, especially knowing from a background you came from and where you are now. Like I said, the main word there is resilience. The band has been through the test of times, and the country has been through that same thing, and to mesh the both together, it says a lot. And the song speaks for itself, and once Jaja with you, What can benefit you?
Badness beneath you.
Yeah, badness alone beneath you. You know what I mean? And I think every morning that we as a band, we rise, you know, we say a prayer. And God is in the midst of everything that we do. Every single thing. Even when we leave here, we go to song check.
Yeah.
There's a priest coming to pray with the band.
Yeah.
You see, so
yeah?
God is part and parcel of everything that we do. And we continue to remain a brotherhood, because I even getting a little teary right now. Because in a family, there'll be problems, right? We'll have arguments, definitely. But what I've seen with TK, these arguments will come, it will happen now, and we won't leave that door
with it.
We wouldn't leave that door with it.
Yeah.
And that's how we are. You know, we continue to be.
Yeah, man. No, it is, man. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Very good.
TK International, yeah.
Sorry, we thought we thought it was going to give you an exciting, long interview.
It is, because as I said,
it
could be just, we could just be playing music now and then and talking to you.
Yeah.
No, we have to get the
we
story,
like to connect the story.
Because you are a man, you all have feelings as well.
Oh, yeah.
And it connecting perfectly, because just last night at band practice we were having that very similar conversation.
Yeah.
You know, in terms of being able to look out for each other and ensuring that we dare to be able to ensure everybody good. You know, we were having that conversation of certain things that we needed to do to ensure that everybody was good and that we can get through the season. So it just manifesting itself, you know. And we go through so many things, and we don't even get to have those type of emotions often.
You need to have those emotions, because you're always busy, always doing things.
We just
entertaining people. But who entertains you? Sometimes you have to, in your solitude, in quiet times, you're alone. You have to think back. You could say, "Boy, look at me! I was dribbling ball. Look at where I am now." You know, and things like that.
Like simple things, like every night we leave a practice or we leave an event, everyone messages in a group, "Hey, home now. Home now. It can be after practice, after whatever it is. Every morning, someone says, "Morning, guys, blessed morning, blessed," right? So little things like that happens every day. It's not being forced. It's just generally how we are, and I think a part to do with it too was we were from a different time. The generation that we are from, we have a lot of humility, that's it. So we have that, and I can tell you, we guaye, you know the word guaye, we guaye in music. I literally used to come out school on a Friday, go up, take the bus to go up Loda, then bathe, shower, and have a change of clothing, well, not clothing, a shirt, walk up the road to the band house, help pack the truck, the sound system on the truck, drive down with the truck driver, so we going down to do our show. We reach at Garaway, help offload the truck with two other guys, plug the system. We are there doing that, me, Lennon, plug the system up. After we plug the system up, sound check the system. By that time, it's already 7 o'clock. I go in the washroom in Garaway, change my shirt, put on the good shirt on me, perform. After perform, exactly what I just said, they do it in reverse. Pack back the truck, go up to Loda. It could be 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, unpack the truck, then walk down to my home. And that was a routine. And I said, that is why today I can appreciate everything I get out of music. And I've been doing music alone. Well, when I was working last was after Mary. After Mary, I left Red Cross. I've been doing music alone since that time. Since before that, music alone was my only was my main source of income. Everything else was always okay, I just doing it. You know, like how some people, you have your main job, but your music is your side thing. No, my music was always my main job. Everything else was the side thing. Like I could do with a boss telling me you're fired than I could do with a guy telling us that gig cancel. Yeah. That's to show you how bad it is. Yeah. Wow. Yep. I can take you're fired and laugh at, okay, cool, because it happened recently. All right, cool, yeah. But to tell me, boy, we're not going to do that gig next month, no boy, anything again. That even breaking me more, you know. So,
yeah. Nigel, we have so much to cover in a short space of time. That time is just not enough, and we understand that. So, of course, there'll be a part 2. Mm-hmm. But let us look at the fan base, and what is happening.
Yeah,
I know you have some devoted fans.
Yeah, we have some devoted fans that grew with us. That those will be the ones that will, if someone says something bad about TK, they will be on Facebook to tell them stuff. But I'm okay with these fans. You know who surprised me? I'm seeing children, primary school, that know my music, that telling me how. Well, not every day. We stop it now. He was eating too much pizza. But every time that I would go to Perky's to buy pizza for my son, there's always a little child from maybe SMP or Convent Prep. Triple K. Sometimes they would call me Benji, or sometimes they would call me Joffrey. But I know at the time what they're trying to. They reckon. I like, how does children even. And so what some people will do, because they see me come there, they don't want to say hi, they don't want to say nothing, they'll start playing Triple K music on their phone. So then I would turn back and I say, yeah, man. So last week gave me 42. And I'm like, children, 7, 8, 9, 10 years, know my songs. I'm like, wow. So all that is motivation to keep going, to just keep going. Because I mean, last year, January, we did a show with Burning Flames in New York, and we stood up as a band and we were watching these guys play. Them guys in their 60s, and like, there's no reason I have to stop now. When God ready for me to stop. Or if you generally
but Kendall, both Kendall and Benji, as you mentioned about little children playing your song, do you think that is placing like an added responsibility on you now?
It is.
To ensure the songs that you're doing is songs that children can feel comfortable enough to sing and be part of.
It is. Of course. Which every time in the studio, and right now especially with social media again, because every time we have to get back to this is the norm now. Social media is the norm. Everything, if it's like sometimes if it's not on social media or if it wasn't recorded, it didn't happen. So yes, it places an added burden on us to check ourselves as to what we put in our songs. Mind you, we were of the time of the era where we play in a club or in a dance at 4 o'clock in the morning when you expect everybody to be there that are there above the age. You know, so sometimes, and all artists does that, you in an event and you are driven by what that's in front of you. So sometimes you make something on the spot because of how the girl was whining, so you talk about that. But that wasn't a recorded song, but you talk about that is when persons start recording these lives and they put that out and then people start giving, oh, yeah, the man having a song. And I'm like, bro, that was not a song. That was a live performance we did for who that was there at the time. You know, so people try to screw. I'm not saying once in a while you wouldn't hear that come there, but if you have to compare the song that DBS cannot play now to what is happening now, that song is a gospel.
Yeah.
You know, that song is a gospel. But I think Triple K, I always say that I think we were maybe just a little ahead of our time in the music that we would try to push out at the time. I think we were just a little ahead of our time because we didn't want to be a WCK. It's not to say that we wanted or didn't want to couple it WCK. It's not. How I can put it? It like we wanted to play Bouillon. But how we played Bouillon, how I created Bouillon wasn't
to song like them.
It wasn't to song like them, but at the same time, it was just my interpretation of how I could play Bouillon. That is how it came out. I didn't necessarily say, I don't want to play like Colin, or I didn't necessarily say, I want to play like him. It was just my interpretation. And how Benji sang was just the interpretation of how he could sing. Because at the end of the day, what an artist sings most of the time is their personality. Benji sings about girls, about party. That is Benji personality. I cannot ask Benji to go and sing, you hate me and you don't like me. And that is not our thing. No. It's not our vibe. I will not go into it. Even when sometimes we have a chant like that, it feels kind of fake. Because that's not what we are party, we like girls, and that is our thing. You know?
Let us look at rivalry among bands. How do you treat that? And that has been happening for many moons ago.
Yeah, man, the biggest rivalry we had was the guys we look up to, WCK. When we started coming, and when we started coming, WCK had I go and say that to it wasn't the WCK of Balance Batty WCK. I think it was the WCK of when
Nye Clint,
Ilson, that era of WCK when Daly was singing. So that time we had like kind of same age group guys, you know, because Cornell is above my my age range. You know, so when that generation of WCK, we had a back and forth with WCK. What I love about that was on the road, you could feel the tension. Like you could feel that tension on the road. Both trucks driving back to go that way or going on the port. When we stop by the port, everybody stand up talking, to each other. And I find the person on the bus, you see how well you crook? Because I stand up there talking to Ilse. What we was doing, it was a musical thing. We used to do shows together, plan shows together at Harlem Plaza. We had Prosper working with us at the time, and Prosper would fuel the fire. But these rivalries are good when it makes
both bands better.
Not sense, when it makes dollars. That rivalry can work when it makes dollars. If it's just a rivalry that somebody does, like one side say they have a rivalry and the other side like, what rivalry? It doesn't make any sense. If you're not making money for me, I like, what is the point of it?
So like how you had CK and Triple K back then, do you see it having that TK and Signal right now?
I'm not aware. It have that now?
That's a thing?
I'm asking.
No, I don't know if it has that. I don't know.
I don't think so.
Because...
Okay, sorry. And if at all there's a rivalry that I don't think we know about it, and if that side has a rivalry with TK, then I think somebody's maybe bonkers or losing it, because I believe
I think if you have a rivalry, both sides have to know you have a rivalry.
And if you
but then again, if
you have that rivalry in your mind, then I think you need to seek some.
But competition is always healthy, yeah.
And
it is rivalry to a certain extent.
For example, Carl sells vehicles. Carlton Phillips sells vehicles, although they don't sell the same brand. But Carl is always going to check like, Carlton sell more vehicles than me this year. Why they sell more vehicles than me? So you always have that. But to say a rivalry, to say like, I don't like them man there and there's, I really don't see it. Maybe because of our age and.
Do you think fans fuel this more?
I think fans will fuel it sometimes because of something you may say. Fans can amplify sometimes. You may say something and a fan can amplify it.
Yeah.
That's why you have to be very careful of what you say. That is why I cannot recall in any interview that Triple K has ever said anything bad about any artist in Dominica or any band in Dominica. If someone wants to take me to church for that, they can. But we have never done it. Never, ever done it. We welcome everything. Geoffrey in his last interview I can remember in an interview, Geoffrey said, right now, Dominica is at its best place and can only get better because we need more bands. We need more artists.
Yep.
You see, when
he said that.
When it was Triple K alone, Geoffrey said that in an interview, when it was Triple K alone, it was plenty pressure on us because people was like, every time we have to be the one to take a plenty song, because after WCK, there was a big void. There were other bands there like Cross Vibes, Impromptu, but in terms of releasing a lot of music, Triple K was only the ones that was releasing a lot of music, like 10 songs a year with an album, and you wasn't getting that much. The Asa, very consistent, was always let go music, but it's only now you really getting that boom of plenty other bands or the artists releasing music. So obviously, I mean, I will always want my song to be better than somebody else's song, but I'm not going to hit you because you have a better song than mine.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not going to hit you. That just tell me next year I'll come better.
Yeah. Because obviously, and you're not always going to be there forever.
Yep.
Obviously, somebody going to come in and at some point, at some point you're going to retire.
Yep.
What I can say is, as long as God has us on our feet and we have a voice and we have strength, TK is going to be there. That's what I can tell you for sure. But I mean, the reality of it, one day we'll stop. We'll stop. You know what I mean? And I think everybody else coming within the space just has to see it for what it is. I mean, there's TK and TK going to be there. Like I say, until God decides otherwise. TK going to be there, but to say your main goal is to come after TK. Listen,
he don't mean after as in position, eh? He
position,
means
to come at TK.
Yeah, come for them.
Yeah, I mean, listen, we have stood the test of times.
We see that movie already.
We have seen that movie already,
but
we
James,
all know how that movie ended.
But James Rodney, let me just bring you in again. Not on that particular subject, although the later I want to ask about, because recently I saw on Facebook a conversation or a snippet thereof of a conversation, Soca and Booyah. But anyway, we'll talk about that shortly.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
James, tell us about some of the other things that you do, because I know you all are involved in philanthropic efforts as well. You helped just recently, you know, a teenage pageant contestant, and you continue to do things like that. So tell us
James
the other
did
side
that
of
part,
TK.
Yeah, well, over the years, Triple K has been involved in giving back to the community. You know, in the earlier years, we had developed a scholarship program where we would have afforded a few less fortunate students to attend secondary school, and we have continued to do that. But we as a band had taken the decision to do it more on a quiet scale, so it wasn't something that we were publicizing, but because we just felt like, you know, sometimes it can be misconcepted that boy, them man just doing that for noticing, or them man not genuine in that, you know, those kind of the things. They would get that pushback. So by virtue of that, we just decided, you know what, okay, let's just take it away from the publicity and let's just continue to do it from the genuine aspect of the band. And over the years, we have continued to look out for young persons attending secondary school and so forth, like that. In most recent times, as you would have seen, that we collaborated with the Operation Youthquake and social services to afford a young lady the opportunity to realize her dream, and that was to take part in pageantry. That is Miss Marina John Baptist from Koliho, you know, and her story is quite unique. It is quite inspiring and it's very touching. And Triple K as a band, understanding our backgrounds and where we ourselves came from, we resonated with her situation and saying, well, yo, we cannot let that opportunity pass. This is just the perfect thing for us, where we can share with her and let her understand that she's not alone in that journey. So it was a no-brainer for us to say, okay, we're going to align ourselves with this young woman. And I would like to take the opportunity to encourage everyone to attend the teenage pageant, Miss Teen Dominica, on February 8th at the stadium, and witness Miss Marina John Baptist in all her glory. And she has come a very long way.
She has a very touching story.
Very, very, very touching. You think we crying when you hear her story? It will just melt, honestly. And we just want to encourage everyone to come out and support her and the other young ladies on that day. And we're going to continue to do that. You know, we have had conversations with the Operation Youthquake, you know, offering our commitment to continue to assist them with their residents of the young persons. And it's something that we love to do. And we just feel that God has blessed us to be in a position that we are in now, and it's only right that we can give back,
share the blessing, man.
The opportunity to other young persons to realize their dreams as well.
Nigel, this is deep.
I love this, man. I love the connection this morning, as always, you know. I love when we can share this, share the stories, and share the journey as to where we are today and how we got there. You know what I mean? That's so important. That's so important.
Someone always, there's a guy that always telling us that, boy, all you making other artists and bands beat all you on social media, all you have to show what all you're doing more. But it's not that we don't want to show, it's just that we're not from the era of showing everything we do. I mean, a fellow musician fell sick, not in Triple K, of another band, fell sick, and we lent some support to him, all right, financially. But it's not something we ever posted or people know. You know, so if you do something from the heart, disclaimer, I am not bashing anybody that doing what they're doing and posting. I'm not bashing it. I'm just saying it's not our way of doing it. We just if somebody need the help, we give them the help. Yeah. Because if someone helping, I don't want them to be telling everybody they're helping anyway. You know.
Right. So, exactly. You know, you just do it genuinely, man. What is your take on your music right now? Because I know we're kind of winding up with time.
Yes, well, I'll go fast and then Benji will go. I love where we are right now. You could see, well, I've been there for the generations. I was there when it started, so I saw from the Cornell WCK Balance Batty days to where we are now in terms of the reach. Mind you, it was very hard before to get music out there because I was from the era of we release a song. And when this song goes on the CDs, you have to find someone to distribute it to everywhere else, you know. And so that was hard, You know, so when you know you reach St. Thomas, you reach St. Thomas because St. Thomas people never see you. All they're doing is hearing your music maybe on a radio. You know, once in a while when a DJ played. Right now, a promoter can actually just look on YouTube and say, okay, they're performing, okay, yeah, we'll just bring them. You know, and views, you know. But
I'm glad you're saying this, you know, Ken.
Yeah, it's much easier for a lot of persons to just stand up today and just say, hey, I'm an artist. Yeah, because the social media can take you to China in 5 seconds. You know, so they have that, and I wasn't from that era, so I was of the era of you have to do a good CD. You know how much times we have to let when before a song come out, how much people we have to send it to, popular person, send it to what is you like that song, what are you think to change it? All these things you have to do before, you know, and to see where Buyo music is now, I am happy and I feel proud. Maybe I wasn't the one at the time that literally kicked the doors for people to hear, but I helped in it. I think I pioneered in it. I'm not the Buyo pioneer, but I pioneered in it to where it reached because all of it was a step, is a stage, is a process. So, and I love this space. I even love when guys have their podcasts trying to talk bad about Buyo. I love all that because for Triple K, we always say that I rather people actually talking bad about me than just not talking about me at all. Because as long as your name leaves the conversation, that's it. Yeah. Once you're part of the conversation still, you're relevant, you're still good. And that is what that motivates us, keep us going. At least every time an artist, I don't know, you're on the radio, you maybe don't know, but on the ground, every time another Buyo artist comes out or Buyo band comes out, they are still being really in relations to Triple K. Them fellas coming for Triple K. Oh, yeah. So we still get that. So I'm still checking, like, have some relevance still, you know. In terms of, I know you're going to ask the question, so I answered one time about the Buyo when the guy says Buyo is soca. We can call it what we want and it's soca.
Right.
I remember when Fama Lele came out in 2000. What year that come out? That's before Maria that came out. Was it before Maria? I can't remember. After. Anyway, when that song came out, what I do every time a song comes out, I'm a producer, so that's what I do. A song come out, before I even listen to the song, whilst it's playing, I go in more and I to see who is the artist, who writes, who records, who produced. As I hear that, Fresh Masha Montano, when I go in it, I say, produced by Dada. I check in, but Fama Lele Soca. I'm like, no, that's a Buyo. So I went on my little phone and I say, our producers and our people need to be braver about what we're doing. I can't remember the exact words, but something like that, and I posted it. Because call it what it is. Because we now get the chance to have our name in a bigger space. Yeah, Marshall Montano. That is like me doing a song with Bob Marley. So, of course, I go and want to say is Bob Marley singing on my Buyo, which is what I was expecting. Marshall Montano on our Buyo. And we let that boat sail. Dominicans, artists, there were artists in Dominica, DJs in Dominica, message me privately and tell me, shit I doing? I bashing the man, meaning the producer. I not seen the bigger picture. But I think I saw the bigger picture at the time. That's why I said that. And look at us today now, Buyo is kicking and now they want to claim it. I said, well, you didn't see the bigger picture that then, because from since then, we had to say, that is the same Buyo that WCK was playing Balance Batty and all of that. And now the same people call me and messaging, boy, now I see what you say. I'm like, no, don't talk to me. Because so that's why you have to take what all you get.
But how can people in the Buyo industry, unite under one umbrella, come together to fight these things down?
I think
the producers and the writers, everybody involved in the music.
I think maybe the voice that needs to go out maybe going to be bigger than the musicians and the artists. Because I think from our point, we almost doing the best that we can do in terms of that reach. I also remember the time Buyo music was banned in Guadeloupe for a little while, for a little space. Wadix can remember that clearly. And on our behalf, nobody, no sector from our Dominica reached out to Guadeloupe to say that, no, that music all you banning, that's not our Buyo. Or you're talking about another, because Guadeloupe was coming up with their own style of Buyo. With a Guada Buyo. and there's nothing compared to even the nasty business. It was very bad. It was causing problems in Guadeloupe, if I could remember clearly. So the government or whoever it was, they banned Booyah for a while. We couldn't go Guadeloupe. We couldn't go to Guadeloupe. No artist from Dominica could go to Guadeloupe. And no one from Dominica, like I say, sectors or whatever it is, stood up on our behalf to try to, because our voice as one band wasn't big enough. It wasn't just the artists and them. Like someone out of the music sphere had to stand up and step up for us to say that, yo, no. That is a different Bouillon. Listen, look a package, look our Bouillon, and that's so we always get in that thing. People always saying, make a song with that artist to show like what if I make a song with that artist, what go and do? Cause world peace, it not going to cause
but that's a conversation I think we can look at on a
definitely.
Nigel, I'm seeing the time. We haven't even spoken about Carnival with TK this year. And
I was looking on Facebook Mega again. Monday and what's going on with the activities.
Nigel, I looked on Facebook and there was a fan of TK. She had all the t-shirts from way back when, and she lined that up, Nigel. And anyway, so tell us what's happening. Mega Monday.
But before we even do the big Mega Monday, I'll make Geoffrey and James and Benji do the Mega Monday. But I just want to big up the diehard supporters of the band from since whenever. You know what I love about our fans? Our fans will not put down any other artists to bring up Triple K, and I love that because Marshall Montano for me is the king of soca. But if another artist come out with a song this year, I like Mr., but I'm not gonna bring down Marshall for him, you know. But what I'm trying to say is I can appreciate everything, and Triple K fans, you can see that in them. You have Triple K fans that just call me and say, "Boy, I hear them fellas do that thing there, boy. I wish it's only that I do that to." But they will not go and bash the other people. They will just big up Triple K for bigging up Triple K for something good to do. So I just want to big up all our fans, all our non-fans, our incoming fans, our fans that forget us. They say they're not fans now. There's AC. So big up all you. All you TK will be in St. Joseph later. We'll be in Maho next week. And Liho opening. And then Mega Monday, take it away.
So James, why are you all sending caution this year?
Well, caution really came from our down year last year.
Yeah.
Because last year I think those of our fans and persons who know the band would normally tell us, last year all you was in Triple K.
Yeah.
Or you was just laid back and like all you do care and kind of a thing like that. So we say, well, alright. So everybody has that notion that Triple K do care. Or Triple K was laid back and quiet and is willy-nilly or whatever you would say. So we just came, well, all right, you see that? Well, take caution. This is a warning. We coming back. We come in.
And just to push in what James was saying there, last year wasn't a sit back year as by default. We actually just took that time and just sit back because the band has been going for 20 something odd years and we never actually took a break. We never took a break to rejuvenate, to re-strategize. We never did that for 25 years. We were just going. So last year we just decided, okay, we guys gonna release some songs. The shows we did outside of Dominica were shows that we had commitments, so we had to do this. Okay. But in terms of releasing music and things, we just stayed out of the limelight, and so it was our sabbatical year. But we didn't. It's not something we post. We're not gonna say, Triple K closed for business. Well, we just took it as our time. But we were in studio, we were producing, we were strategizing. We have new management that we will tell the world about, soon enough. So we were doing our stuff. It's not that we were just thing, but back
so
to
Benji,
James.
any shirts, James and Benji, any t-shirts left? What's happening?
James want to answer, not me. I want to answer that question.
well, there are a few t-shirts left. Those who still interested in joining Mega Monday, you can go to Deepex and register in person, and that is the last batch.
Only t-shirts left.
Only t-shirts left. The band was initially sold out, but we got so many calls that of persons who were looking forward to joining the band, and for whatever reason or the other were not able to at the time. So we came together, we put a plan in place where we were able to accommodate a few additional registrants. So we just want to let them know, go to Deepex, register in person to get those slots, because once that one go, that is it. We cannot do any more. And DBS is a proud partner of TK Mega Monday, the best Monday and the biggest show on the road. And we just have a lot in store for you on that road. Let me tell you, if you all thought last year was good, this year is going to be historic. And everybody who has registered and going to be a part of TK Mega Monday is going to have the experience of a lifetime.
Yeah, we are slowly going to change the name of Dominica Carnival Monday to Mega Monday. It's coming, watch that. It's coming. It's going to turn. But I will sue for my name coming.
Yeah. Just me.
Let us win.
Okay.
Nigel,
I had to change the shirt, Anyhow, I had put the caution shirt on me this morning. I would be in problem.
They'll say you have extra shirt. They'll give me that one because we get that too. The shirts we have. We have a special team dealing with the selling and distribution of shirts. We, the band members, personally, I would like to say it on radio. We can maybe pass on your information, but we cannot literally, not literally, I mean physically go and get your package. We're not dealing with that. Our thing is just the production of the music. We're playing, we're pushing out the thing. There's another team dealing with that. So when we tell you to go to that location, try to get your stuff from that location, because when we put ourselves involved, we shoot ourselves in the foot at trying to make things work that really cannot work, because that last batch of shits we made happen there was by a Fred. It happened, because the band was by a so
let me tell you guys very quickly as well, because last week we were talking the Signal band and some of the complaints that we had. So I'm going to represent Diaspora now, right?
Yeah.
So some of the complaints that we had from the Diaspora people is that they couldn't register online, and they come into Dominica for Carnival. They want to be part of the band, but they have no t-shirts, they have no way. I'm not sure if you guys had online registration.
Yes,
but is there a way going forward that you can cater that you will have a Diaspora section, if you want to put it that way?
Okay, Nigel.
Maybe it's 100, 200.
Let's make this one quicker because we are out of time. But let's make it quick.
Nigel, we had it open to the Diaspora from October last year. The entire registration process was online. So the Diaspora had more than time to
enough
be able
time.
to.
So for us, we have more Diasporans than even locals. Our locals that made noise. So that's why we had to do the last set. Because remember, like you said before the program started, January is a long month, and you're getting paid month, and so because of that, we put them into consideration and we try to do something.
And even with that additional batch that we put out, that we allocated some online as well. And those were the first to go.
Between 8:30 and 9:30. Some about there 10 o'clock, 8:30 to the online amount we put was so loud. So all that's left is if right now, I don't know if right now still have, but we tell persons to go down to Deepex and see if it's really so loud, then we'll send out a post during the course of the day to let persons know. Then
and what is happening is those in the Diaspora who did not get the chance online because those are sold out are now calling Dominica
to see
go by Deepex and get the shit for me, that kind of a thing.
Because the paraphernalia are not printed and not made in Dominica, so they are pre-ordered. So like when it's sold out, like there's almost nothing we can do at this point,
Right.
But Benji, I see you rocking a pink shirt there. You looking good in that, eh?
That's
a TK shirt, eh?
I've already seen real men wear pink.
That's true.
I don't know what they say about men in blue.
Just a man in blue.
Well, blue, God loves you.
And James, you have what? You have this t-shirt of last year.
Yes, that is Odyssey.
Okay.
And Benji you have a performance for pink.
That's a Triple K
breakfast fed jersey.
Breakfast fed jersey.
So you could see Triple K there on the number 25.
And Benji's at the back.
We celebrated 25.
Well, guys, as we end, I really want to commend you for all what you have done.
Thank
and
you very
what
much.
you continue to do, and you know how you blaze the trail for many, because many young people are looking at you as well. And they feel confident that they have some good role models. So thank you for what you have done for the creative industry, not just in Dominica, in so many other places as well.
I know.
Outside of the region. Thank you so much for, continuing to stick to the music, for continuing to propel Dominica's music, putting it on the world scene, so much that you have done that we have to thank you for. And
hopefully we can get another space that we can see more and do more.
Yeah, there's a lot we want to uncover. I would like to have Geoffrey on as well. Get Geoffrey's perspective and and the others as well.
Okay, thank you.
Nigel, we have to run.
Well, thanks to all of our fans, thanks to our families, our wives, who constantly push us and support us. So wife's girlfriend, and friends, so we have to thanks to all of them for telling us, yo, you have to keep doing that, because I mean, I think it gets a little more serious when you know you have people depending on you. So at that point in our life, it's like, we have to, you know. But it's still a joy. It's still a joy.
And that's a good point Kendall is making, because we all have sons.
Yeah.
And
boy, my father
it
triple
hits
K,
home,
boy.
it hits home a bit more now, understanding that we have boys looking up to us.
Yes, that's
because
it.
who knows,
like
my
that.
son might be the next manager for Triple K, you know, and Kendall's son might be the next maestro, you know, and Benji,
Well,
vocalist already.
Won 2 crowns.
So
Yeah,
and
2
won
crowns,
2
ties.
crowns. Yeah.
Ties.
Yes.
So it's a real thing, and we just want to continue to inspire and motivate the next generation. That is what it is for us right now, and to continue to enjoy what we do, which is the Buyo music.
Until God say close up shop.
Of course. So many young people are looking. Let me big up Tice. I think Tice is looking as well. You know, Tice has to call me Auntie Ivona.
And Ivona, whilst they, just before we go, I know the manager is watching. So just tell the manager, watch my cup. The manager is watching, tell him watch my cup.
Nigel. What? A joke that, man.
I hope the manager is seeing that.
All the best,
free,
guys.
free promo.
All the best, guys. So you're on Monday on DBS again, right?
Yes.
For the mega hour.
Mega hour.
Yeah.
Like, I'm James. I suppose that's mega 2 hours, man. Going
Well,
forward.
we talk
3
already,
hours.
you know, Ivo.
Yeah, we're runners.
I think what you should do, tell Ivona to come on the show. So I make Ivona come on the show with the questions, so she can she can.
No boy, that mega hour is no music and party time. Like today we sit down and relax, but that mega hour.
But we appreciate the
man.
time and the space.
Yeah,
Yes,
man.
we
Thanks
appreciate
to you,
Thanks a lot.
Ivo. Thanks to DBS,
Yeah,
you know,
man.
for making it possible. And we just
And
want
DBS.
to. Yeah, DBS, of course. DBS, of course.
Yeah,
TBS, of course.
And just before I leave, big up Funkole for life.
One thing you always do that, you never forget your people.
See you all in
man.
St. Joe this afternoon.
Send you this afternoon. We'll see all you.
Hey, Nigel, they make me cry. They make me wipe the tears. Wow, I enjoy this. Nigel.
Yes, there's a whole connection.
Wow,
you know
I
what I
love
mean?
this.
So
Thank you, Nigel.
guys
Thank
for
you.
coming and connect through. We appreciate
We'll
it.
bring
man.
them on
Continue
again,
blessings,
Nigel.
yeah?
We'll
Thank you,
bring them
Nigel.
on
Thank you,
again.
everyone.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Yes, man. We'll link again.
Thank you.
All right.
Have a good day. Bless.
Bless.
Oh, let me just say that next week we should have a Dimash Gua program. So it's a Dimash Gua vibes, a different vibes, but we'll give you more information. Keep it locked on to National Broadcaster DBS Radio. Thank you for tuning in.
Never